Ladies and gents, I am the Rev, and this is the beginner's guide to Osiris New Dawn 2021. We're going to be starting this about mid-March, and if you're looking for the newest stuff on the experimental build, you can always check the old playlists. I'll put a link. This is going to have its own playlist because we're going to go start to finish, get you guys set up. So we're going to start single player, start a brand new guy. I always like going with the Ranger just because he's got a pretty solid mix, and we'll be fighting and doing, I mean, we do enough other things, it won't be a problem to get everything up. So I just like going with him. And let's go red. Sure. I like making my guys tall. I don't know why. And then I would go stamina 3, strength 3, and then 2 in health, 2 in speed. Now this does not matter as much. They're going through and they're changing how they do build orders. But you're going to want to make sure that you got your forge going here and this other the furnace going, because you're going to need a water source. All right, and depending on how you want to do things, personally, this is where I like to come and play now because it's new. And there's a few things we're going to be doing on this just to make things go better and quicker. You don't have to do these things, but for instance, turn XP all the way up and the proficiencies, points per level, and then just to keep it so I can hustle through, we're going to take down the hunger, thirst, the stamina, the fall damage, crash items. We're going to raise that. Go to the stamina penalty. Go. Go vehicle fuel. Again, this is all up to you. You can set these up how you want to. Personally, I'm just trying to make this so I can go through and show you guys the build orders as quick as possible. And we've got creative mode, infinite resources and unlocks, invulnerability, first person hit reaction, pickup animation, auto pickup bonus resources. Here's the big one, resource yield. I'd turn that all the way up. And mineral spawn rate, turn that way up too. Just for the simple fact we want to make sure that we have everything we need as quickly as we can get it. We'll leave all of the alien stuff alone. Get rid of some of the weird things like the slope modifier. That drives me nuts. That drives me nuts. Leave all the weather stuff. And then drop inventory on death. We'll get rid of that. And we're not doing permadeath. Again, this is all up to you guys how you want to do this. Breach. All right. I think that should be pretty good. Let's get to some fun. All right. The first thing, go into inventory. And same thing again, back into your inventory. Okay. So, yep. Okay. So once we get out, we're going to want to roll with this. This is going to be like our go-to to begin with. And you definitely want to make sure you pick up any empty water containers you see. We want to get a bunch of these because this is going to be two things. It's going to be hut and it's going to be storage. And one of the changes in the new thing that's come out is our map. This map you see here in the upper right corner now, that will be on all the time. But until that comes, which should be a couple of weeks here, it's usually about as long as it takes. We'll just do it the old-fashioned way, because there is definitely use for it. Getting more water. Wow. I did put extra, didn't I? Kind of ridiculous. Ooh, we want the barrels, definitely. Barrels you can use for gases, or you can use them as a source of steel, depending on how much gets thrown around. All right. So it looks like we got just about everything we need. Whoop, wait a minute. You do want to look at these things, and these do randomly spawn differently, but you can wind up getting more than, see, we got steel that time, which is what I'm hoping for. The more we can get that's just not, oh, rubber, nice, nice. Okay. Those rocks? All right, so we want to gather rocks also as we're going here, because we can use them to make rock walls. What else is on this one? There we go. Oh, all good stuff. All right. So we got those basically done. Now the next thing we're going to want to do is run around here, and we're going to try and find a, see if there are any, oh no, I don't think they put them in the game yet. Okay, because there should be a big thing of broken down stuff. So blue palms, you're going to want to grab those because they're going to be for our med kits. And here is the first of the dungeons. So what we'll do first, structure-wise, we're gonna make a debris hut. And I think that's a good idea, because then we'll know where these are. We're going to go in real quick. Oh, good. So in the newest thing, they went through and they got rid of all of these. So we're just going to take real quick here, because this is always just about real easy resources to begin with. Oh yeah, all kinds of food. Good, good. Nothing in those sample containers. And you are going to want to go in and raid these mines ASAP, just for the simple fact that they're removing them. They're pulling them out of the game. They're going to put something else in here. If you watch my latest video on the subject, where it's talking about the space stations, you can see it. And we're out. Really? I can't even go up these stairs? Okay, so we did a quick run there. Now, we need to find a nice, big, flat, open space to make our base. And I have to remember someplace where they haven't put stuff in from the newest patch, so. But if you go that way, there's another base there. Here is their abandoned ship. Always good just to come in here. Take it. It would be nice if we could like save in here. It is, I mean, I don't see why we couldn't use it. All right, so now I've got to figure that out. So hold on, I'm going to run around until I can find some place that I like real quick. Before I do, these we can combine with the giant palms that I showed you guys earlier to make health kits. Quick little fast ones that'll keep us going here if we get lit up by monsters. All right, hold on. I'm going to find a nice flat place to build my base. All righty, folks. I think we found a good spot here. It's nice, big. Because again, as we build our various parts, we're going to need it. The size, so you don't wind up having stuff spawning right on top of everything. A few things you want to keep in mind: make sure where you're building there aren't any resources because they will spawn in and it'll mess up your build. And then I always like to put my first structure, which of course will be this guy, with his back to something. That way, if we get surrounded and we got a bunch of enemies, we can come in here and we'll be okay. So real quick, when it comes to the resource nodes. Now, up in the right corner, you can see these guys are purple. There's purple, white, and then there'll be black. When the newest update comes through, the black is the carbon and the lead. This right here, rich mineral deposit, that is your titanium, gold, copper, and the regular mineral outcroppings are magnesium, iron, aluminum, so hold on, I am going to do a little farming here, and then we'll be right back, and I'll show you guys how to set your base up when you first start out. All right, so you've gone around, you've farmed a little bit. We got a lot more to do. Activate our spawn point. So from here, we want to be able to build out in a way that monsters won't be able to attack us while we're trying to do stuff, right? So, first up, we go into our utilities. We've got space debris. Now these are the easiest way to create distance. And then we just got this one little opening here, and that is, my friends, is where we're going to put the furnace. You want to make sure it's facing this way so we can get the two parts. So, very important, water, right? It has to be in here and in your hand. Liquid requires container to extract. Well, I've got one in my hand. There we go. You heard it? All right, so now we just start mass producing everything. The next thing that we're going to be building is the forge, but we have to wait for meteors to come down because that's the most effective way to get plutonium. We'll probably do that in the next episode here after I've done a bunch of farming, but we're going to do the forge, chem station, printer, our depository. We get some gas tank and a liquid tank going. And of course, a small solar panel. We'll probably make all of those. You can see they're already unlocked here. We're not having to do anything. Then we're going to make our inflatable dome. Now to make the habitat, you can see here it requires solar panel, liquid tank, gas tank. As we go through, we'll do those. But things like making plastics and rubber, we're going to need some other stuff. So tune in next time. And keep your heads down. Your chisels of doom up. And I'll see you again real damn soon.